Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this very good afternoon, the honorable educators and the honorable audiences, I'm Danisa Zahratusita as the opposition team to give my response to the video and the motion that has been said. The motion entitled, "This House believes that countries should prioritize reforming the curriculum after split up educational facilities." We need to know that facilities and competition have a very close relationship, and these have two factors can be a trigger for the victory in a championship. With the facilities, all facilities will be open for students to win a competition or excel in the field of learning at school. The curriculum and strategies used by teachers are important, but they can be complemented by facilities. Children really need facilities as infrastructure in their education in everyday life. Unfortunately, in our beloved country, facilities are still not well distributed and equitable. Therefore, I emphasize that I strongly disagree and stand as an opposition team against the motion for the following reason. First, good good facilities will be the spirit and supporting factors for students to excel. And second, with the championship and learning facilities will be easier to live. And third, facilities provide more opportunities for students to express themselves in the academic and non-academic field. And fourth, the construction of educational facilities is urgently needed for the feasibility and convenience of students in pursuing their education. The following are my arguments that I will use to be strongly oppose the motion that has been said by the jury, and it's time for me to explain why I can make this argument. First, good facilities will be the spirit and supporting factors for student excel. As we know, in Indonesia there are 12 years of compulsory education, which includes elementary, junior high, and high school, where each facility requirement in each place of education certainly has a different portion. Facilities can support the comfort of students to study hard. With the facilities, students' interest will increase in learning or championships. And my second agreement, with the championship and learning facilities, and with the championship and learning facilities, it will be easier to live. As in the previous video, the video states the excellent facilities are not really needed in the championship or in the field of learning, and only more concerned with strategy or curriculum. Their curriculum and strategy are fundamental and scratch. Of course, I will oppose this statement even if only the curriculum is changed or the strategy used will be changed for the better. It will still not be enough. Students must have a handbook or learning guidelines, such as textbook or exercise book that support their achievements. The curriculum will not provide comfort to students. The execution of each teacher will also be different. For the curriculum, each teacher has their own style in learning. It is the facility that becomes a new stopping stone for students. With example A, experiment in the lab in science trials, and B, getting study quiet book, and C, proper classroom comfort. Third, facilities provide more opportunities for students to express themselves in the academic and non-academic field. With the facilities, the opportunity to bring out the potential of its students will be had. With the exercise of facilities, students will find it easy to reach and carry out the transportation in the field of championship that they are interested in. As we know, the potential and talents possessed by each student will be very different from one another. Student A will excel more in academic, and student B will be excel more in non-academic fields. It is the duty of schools and institutions concerning students' education to facilitate their students to express themselves. This is very important for schools in order to realize priorities that are useful to make schools and any education institution proud. For example, a student who have a talent in the field of art, especially in the field of fine art, have the right to get a good mentor teacher to harness this potential. This should be organized by the school because it involves the child's achievement in developing in the field of talent. With the example of providing fine arts tools that support the work of his work. And my third argument, the construction of the of the educational facilities is urgently needed for the feasibility and convenience of students in pursuing their education. As we know, the construction of facilities is still uneven, especially in remote areas far from the capital. Decent facilities will be very difficult to obtain by the school or educational institution, recalling the video statement which states that facilities do not provide as much confidence or assurance as the curriculum does. Facilities do not only cover the territory needs of the school, but the feasibility of building and textbook quality for a school is also very necessary. Without these facilities, the curriculum will also not progress and run smoothly. We can take an example from a remote area where the construction of school in this area is very inadequate, such as the collapse of the schools and the difficulty of access of the transportation of these students to school. Apart from that, in the field of championship, it will also be very difficult to meet a target where the facility functions to support the talents of the students, and if the facilities provided are few, it will be provide unsatisfactory result for all parties, both from the school and students. Of all the four arguments that I have read out as the opposition thinks, my arguments will be used to oppose the motion that has been set by the jury, and again I strongly oppose.
Jam ke-9 telah selesai. Saatnya memasuki jam ke-10.
I'm sorry for the sum of all four arguments that I have read out as the opposition teams. My arguments will be used to oppose the motion that has been set by the jury, and again I strongly oppose the motion. So I would like to summarize some of the position for the arguments. Good facilities will be the spirit and supporting factors for students to excel. And second, with the championship and learning facilities, it will be easier to live. This will increase the interest of students. And for the field studies, for the example, in academic or non-academic fields. And third, facilities provide more opportunities for students to express themselves in the academic and non-academic fields. Schools are obligated to facilitate their students to develop their talents. It's duty for the schools, and for the construction of educational facilities is urgently needed for the feasibility and convenience of students in pursuing their education. My arguments and conclusion and responses to the video have arrived as an opposition team in the form of a speech. Before that, I apologize if there are intentional or internationally mistakes. Thank you for your attention to hear my arguments. Thank you.